Welcome along to the Orium, Scotland's National Performance Centre for the 2024 edition of the Queen's Park Shield. Behind me, the players are making their way onto the pitch. This is the third time that Stirling University and Heriot-Watt University have met in this final in just 3 years. Two titans of university student sport meet yet again. Last year, Stirling were victorious, and the year before, the 100th year anniversary of this competition, Heriot-Watt won it. Will they snatch back their title, or will Stirling University win their treble by April? Find out. We'll be streaming all afternoon live from the Orium. Nearly ready to get ourselves underway at the Orium. If you're just joining us for this afternoon's 2024 Queen's Park Shield final, this will be contested between Stirling University in the green, kicking from left to right, and Heriot-Watt University in the red, kicking from right to left. James Russell will get us underway. I'm your match commentator, Adam Binnie. Alongside me is Angus, the Vice Chair of Scottish Student Football. Angus, looking forward to an exciting clash this afternoon.
Very much so, Adam. Yeah, very much so. Should be a good game between these two teams. As you said, played each other in the last two finals, so.
Yeah, as Angus just touched on there, this is the third year in a row that these two sides have met in the final of this competition. Well over 100 years old. Back in 1921, the famous Queen's Park Shield was gifted to the Scottish Amateur FA by, of course, Queen's Park. Originally was contested between the four ancient universities of Scotland, that being Edinburgh, Aberdeen, St Andrews and Glasgow. But it's two of our newer entrants in today's final. Fast start, Stirling on top, of course, looking for their treble already in North Division, and of course East of Scotland Cup winners, defeating two Football League sides in Kelty Hearts and Edinburgh City. On the way there is James Russell over the free kick, headed away by Ethan Carroll, dropped to the edge of the box, back out towards Stokes. Stokes can't seem to get his head on the ball. A really windy affair. Angus, do you think the conditions are going to play a part in today's match?
I think so, Adam. I think the ball's going to run away if it's going high in the sky, but I think Heriot-Watt defenders will be on their toes, ball's going over their heads, Stirling be running after it.
Yeah, Ethan Kerr to send a long throw down, headed on by Domyel, cleared by Aslan Oglu. Here's Russell. Marcus Lavery is it wide as Stirling will look to try and mount another attack. Here's McIninch. Shea Scally goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, J. Maxwell Davila. Angus wearing the captain's armband today for Heriot-Watt University. Ethan Kerr, of course, a man I believe spent a lot of the time on the sidelines this season through injury.
Yeah, unfortunately he's had a couple of knocks early start of the season for him, missing out on quite a big chunk of the Premier League season for them, missing out on national squad trials, but he's back today. He's been back for the last month, I think, and hopefully he's going to put in a strong performance. He was an absolute player in the last final, putting in a strong performance all round.
Yeah, you just touched on there the national team trials. Of course, now I think that's been a big part of. Back to Mackin, and she pokes it, looking for the run of teammate Stokes. It just can't quite get on the end of it. Sorry, that was Ben Heal, not Stokes. And it's looking like Stirling with majority of possession, as you would expect coming into this one as favourites, topping the Bucks Premier North division this year. Would you agree with that statement? Do you think they probably are favourites going into this one today?
Yeah, I mean, as you said, the East of Scotland Cup final last week and winning the Bucks Premier League North with relative ease. I think they're a team that's happy to sit in second gear and when need be ramp it up, but yeah, they'll be happy to stay in control for the majority of the game, move the ball and see what they can get.
From a Scottish student football perspective, you must be delighted with the showing of our Scottish representatives south of the border this year, and both sides, Heriot-Watt managing to survive relegation in their first ever season in British competition. As Domio can use his pace to get forward here, he's going to face up Isa. Nandam Domio chops inside, he'll try and get a shot away. No, he's going to play it wide for cross into the box. That should be easy enough. Oh, corner. J. Maxwell Davila looking unconvincing there, but
wind maybe not helping them.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice move from Domio and Doig though.
I think Nandom will be here to right a few wrongs from last season. He had a good performance last season, but he couldn't find a goal. Very much a key player. Hopefully he can find his feet in this game. Yeah,
unfortunately I've had the displeasure of having to play against Nandom before. Fantastic forward player and a nightmare to get a hold of. Connor will be sent into the box, and if that doesn't show you the conditions that we're dealing with, I'm not quite sure what will. We know that Harry Walker said it wasn't.
First corner of the game will always be a test. Just see which way the wind's blowing.
Yeah. Throwing up the line, looking for McIver Redwood. McIver Redwood's another player involved in the national team select squad for the men's Scottish student team. I believe he's just signed a pre-contract with Montrose as well for next season, so we'll have the opportunity to see his ability within the SPFL. I think there's been quite a few players, Angus, from Stirling who have made that jump. Remember last year James Berry, congratulations to him, has just won League 2 with Stennismuir.
Yeah, absolutely deserved though. The numbers speak for themselves for the performance over the last couple of seasons.
Here's that man now, it's McIver Redwood to try and use his body, keeps it in, lovely little nutmeg. McIver Redwood. Heriot-Watt looks like they'll get this one clear. Ethan Kerr clears. Shea Scally just can't quite get it away. As now Heriot-Watt will have the opportunity to break. Here's Harry Walker, comes inside, well won by Russell. Lavery back out to Mackinninch. Mackinninch will face up his marker, uses his left foot to drive towards that touchline, sends across into the box, but that one looks as though it's going to go all the way over for a corner. Linesman agrees. Let's see if we can have a better delivery given the conditions this time. Swinger into the box, but well collected by Diego Darcy Sanchez in goal. He looks to try and use the threat of Nandam Domio on the counter attack, but that's going to roll nicely into the hands of J. Maxwell Davila. First chance we've had to see the safe hands there of Diego Darcy Sanchez. Now, believe it or not, Diego is one of 7 goalkeepers in his family. Now, talk about in the genes, eh?
I know.
Incredible. An ex-Hibernian youth player as well as Musselburgh Athletic. second year maths and statistics student, but one of 7 goalkeepers. Fantastic. Strong challenge. Harry Walker inside. Finds Connor Preston. Barney Stewart just can't quite keep a hold of that one. Angus, I think Heriot-Watt struggling to get out of their own half here.
Yeah, struggling to find that last pass, but the idea is right. You can see them, they're trying to cut through Stirling without having to do too much passing around the back. They're trying to find that gap in the midfield. It'll come eventually, but I think it might just be the nerves of starting in this first couple of minutes in the final.
It's cut out by Walker, looking for Domio. Nice first touch from Domio, looks to try and get past his marker. It'll go to Barney Stewart. Stewart's in an offside position. Linesman on the far side raises his flag as Stirling will regain possession inside of their own box. Jake Service will stand over to take it short. Alex Jeans plays forward. Well marshalled there by Luca Giacomini, another player involved in the Scotland Select squad going forward. One of the youngest players on the pitch today as well. Giacomini is just 18 years old, but already such an exciting talent, and one that I'm sure everyone at Heriot-Watt will be looking forward to seeing more of coming years. Just a first year fresher playing in a final like this. There's a lot of pressure on the young man, Angus.
Yeah, there is. Also believe there might not be so much. There's no expectation. He's fresh in the squad. He's got years ahead of him in his playing career, and if this is where he's at in his first year, then fair play to him.
Nice interchange here from Heel as he's just taken out there on the edge of the area, but Ben McCoy Redwood will pick it up and try and play it cross goal for Mackinninch. That will go out for a corner. Ben Hill, interesting player there. Saw him just knock the ball by his marker when I was doing my research. Come across that just a few years ago he was with the West Ham under 18s. Obviously played at a very high level down south in his youth career, now plying his trade in Scotland. Interesting to see what Ben can produce today. As Russell goes short. That'll be marshalled by Walker before sending the ball into touch. Mackinninch gets back on it again as Lavery will look to try and deliver, but he's unfortunately hit his own man in Russell there. Strong defending. One ball comes forward looking for that man, Ben McIver Redwood again. He's a real focal point for this team, Angus. No surprises with his quality, of course, but a real physical presence in the final third as well.
Yeah, he's been a sensational player for Stirling. Last season, team of the season player. I mean, the goals, the assists, the performance all round spoke for itself. He's very much a talisman in University Stirling's side.
The Stirling Uni team have achieved so much in the last few years. It was just last season. It's hard to believe that was only last season that they were playing against Dundee United in the Scottish Cup. 4th round up at Tannadice. Again, from a Scottish student football perspective, that must have been a real proud day.
Yeah, it's fantastic seeing a side that we've got playing against, I mean, potentially a team that's getting promoted into the Premiership at the end of this season. And it's fantastic that Stirling, they've put in strong performances the last couple of seasons. I mean, they've won the Premier League 4 seasons on the trot.
Yeah, incredible. And we could also have a third team joining today's finalists in the Bucks Premier North Division. Strathclyde University currently playing against Loughborough University down south in their first of 2 playoff matches. Of course, winning Tier 1 last year, will hope to join Stirling and Heriot-Watt in next year's competition. But yeah, a really good showing from both sides in this year's edition of the Bucks Premier North Division. Stirling winners, of course, for a 4th time. Strong challenge here. Look at Giacomini, not frightened to get his body in. Seems to win a free kick there. James Stokes back to his feet as Preston stands over it, finds Giacomini. Daniel Irving go back to Ross Pollock. Kerr goes back to Pollock again. Heriot-Watt happy to sit into their 3-5-2 formation as it goes long, looking for Domyal again. Doesn't quite reach there. Ross Pollock challenges with McIver Redwood, ball in the air. Russell will get his head onto this. I was down watching the semi-final between Stirling and Strathclyde. Angus, I was really impressed with James Russell in the middle of the park for Stirling University. He might be slight in stature, but I thought he was very impressive in the air. Seems to be a real nuisance in the middle of the park, and I think especially in a cup final of his combative nature, that's going to be really important.
Yeah, very much so. Challenging balls that are getting caught in the air definitely help him out today. Too far for Heriot-Watt there.
Yeah, Callum Holmes does really nice initially there, just overhits the pass for Samuel Doig on the left hand side, perhaps being carried by the wind there as well, but you can see from the opening exchanges that Callum Holmes seems to be a comfortable player on the ball. Nandam Domyal to hold it in again. Wide to go all the way back to Ross Pollock, who will look to try and start an attack again for his side. Long searching ball looking on its first opportunity of the game, just wide. Oh, Barney Stewart would have been licking his lips as the ball was headed across to him there from Callum Holmes, but Angus, he just knocks it wide.
Yeah, I mean, Heriot-Watt looking comfortable when they've been defending, and they've just got Stirling can't give them that edge and getting in behind very close for Barney. But it's just the taste, blood in the water for him. He'll be very much keen to get that ball on target next time.
Yeah, Barney Stewart, an exciting attacking player. Are you surprised he didn't put that one away? Just perhaps stretching to try and get his toe on the end of it.
Might have just been out of his reach. Ball on the deck, within his reach. I think every day of the week he's burying that.
What do you think of the low socks from Barney Stewart?
As a centre half, I'm not.
You're not having that at all?
Nah, pull them up.
Nice move here from Stirling Nose. Alex Jeans will look to make his way into the box, looking for McIver Redwood as Ben Heal tries to get on the end of it, but it's cleared by Ethan Kerr. Here's Stewart now. Heriot-Watt's very own Jack Grealish as he'll look to come forward with the ball. Here's Barney Watt looking for the dink pass towards Domyal. Caught in the wind. Yeah, it's running away from Domyal there as it goes back into the hands of J. Maxwell de Vila. James Stokes looking to, he's a direct runner. Strong play there from McIver Redwood. Uses his body so well as he faces up Giacomini. Defending there from Giacomini, slides in lovely again from the youngster. Fantastic midfield play. Angus, we know he's good going forward, but you can see that Giacomini defensively as well as astute.
Yeah, committed. Committed to getting back, team performance. That's what they're going to need today.
McIver Redwood's pass just evades Ben Heal, and it'll go out for a throw into Heriot-Watt on this near side. You know, Stirling have had more of possession, absolutely, but that first big chance falling to Heriot-Watt. A real close one for Barney Stewart. It's been a tight affair, classic cup final, as you would think. Both teams perhaps a little nervy in the opening exchanges. Ethan Kerr sends a long throw down the line. Just evades the head of Barney Stewart, who will look to try and hold it in now. McIver Redwood gets ahead of Doig, is well challenged again by Giacomini. Just gets his toe on it, and then he's barged over by Connor Preston in the end there. But perhaps a good foul to make, considering the ground that McIver Redwood's making up there.
Yeah, just going to have to bring him down. Tactical foul, as they would call them. But still within range for Stirling. This might be their first time to test Heriot-Watt's keeper. Yeah,
you would think that Kieran McIninch would be the likeliest taker for this, given the quality of his left foot. Definitely suits a lefty, this one.
Yeah, he'll pick up pace when if the right gust's behind it, it'll go flying. So
Could it be Isa Aslanoglu? Steps over. It looks like it will be McIninch. McIninch will take this. Left footed, gets over the wall. Foot or two wide of the post. Decent sighter there for McIninch. You can see the quality he's got with his left foot. Ethan Kerr. Back to Giacomini. All the way back to his goalkeeper Diego Darcy Sanchez. Surprising for you, Angus, to see Stirling revert back to the 4-3-3 formation or 4-2-3-1 as you'll have seen them play in years gone by, but I think the majority of this season they've been going with a 3-5-2. They certainly did in the semis and the quarters.
Yeah, I think they might just be adapting to Heriot-Watt, giving themselves a bit of time for the first half. I mean, it's a game of 90 minutes, they can adapt it.
Holmes' header gets onto Domiel. It's in! It's an opening goal! Nandam Domiel in the left foot catches on the half volley. The ball floats into the far corner and just evades the outstretched arm of J. Maxwell Davila. And Angus, we have an opener. It's 1-0 to Heriot-Watt University.
As I said, Nandam's here to right some wrongs from last season. That's the goal he should have had last season, but puts Heriot-Watt in front. Very good finish. Just out the reach of the Stirling keeper to keep it out the net, but very good.
We said, Angus, start of this game, Stirling have had all of the possession without really being able to create a clear-cut chance. Barney Stewart passed up that opportunity around about 10 minutes ago, but now they have themselves in front, and Nandam Domiel, the star striker, the man who's been firing all season up front, catches it well on his left foot. I think we can call that a half volley, just as it was coming up on the second bounce there on the left. Could be a chance here for Stirling, though, but Diego Darcy Sanchez. Yeah, you said last year that Nandam was coming close to scoring on a number of occasions. I mean, what do you think that'll mean to him today?
It'll mean heaps. He technically did score last season. A very potentially dubious offside call, but no doubt today that's in. That counts. Heriot-Watt, a team you can't really discount at all. They bide their time, find the time to strike. And as you said, Stirling very much in control of this game so far, but Heriot-Watt taking the lead.
Yeah, the assist there coming from the head of Callum Holmes, who also provided the header for the first chance for Barney Stewart. Midfield player popping up with headed assists. You don't see that quite often, but it seems to be a real threat in the air. As Alex Jeans finds Ben Heel, go all the way back to Ethan Kerr. Angus, how do you think Heriot-Watt will approach this now? Do you think they'll be more inclined to sit back, or more of the same, do you think, from BJ's side?
I think just knowing Beej, he'll want to kill the game off, chase the second goal. They won't be silly. They can't get complacent in a game like this, because Stirling are a good side. I mean, as we've said, they are the team in Scottish student football. I think Heriot-Watt will chase the second. I'll give them the confidence they need.
Yeah, we're still early in this affair.
Very much so.
Do you think Chris Geddes will consider changing something as the ball just nicked out there by Callum Holmes? Do you think he'll consider changing? You've got Cammy McKinley on the bench there. He's the side's top goal scorer in the Lowland League this season.
Well, that's
Alex
the thing.
Will look to get on the end of this, but I believe the linesman's ordering James Stokes to take his throw in from a deeper position. Stokes will look for the feet of McIver Redwood. It's going to be a really interesting physical battle between McIver Redwood and Ethan Kerr as Stokes goes down under the challenge of Giacomini. Stirling will have another opportunity to deliver the ball into the box. A chance for McIninch to use the quality of his left foot here to create an opening. Shot across here, do you think, Angus?
Left foot. I mean, tactically across, but I would go for the shot all day.
You got that in your locker?
No, I'm right-footed.
McIninch looks for the cross. Back post, just can't get his head on it. Jake Service, the man at the back there.
Yeah, I don't think changes are on the mind of Chris Geddes yet. I mean, it shows the depth, as you were saying. Highest goal scorer in the lone side. But it's early yet.
Yeah,
he can grow into this game easy.
Surprised that Cammy McKinley was left out of the starting 11. He's formed a formidable partnership up front with McIver-Redwood, of course, one of the top goal scorers in the Lowland League, certainly Stirling's top goal scorer in that competition. He's been linked with a move next season to League 2 outfit, League 1 outfit. Stirling Albion could join his strike partnership playing SPFL football next season.
It's incredible to see students going on to play in the professional pyramid Scottish football. It's deserved for every single one of them that gets there.
Yeah, there's a wealth of talent.
Yeah,
especially now with these two fantastic sides that we're so blessed to be watching, competing in the top division of British university sport as well, and Stirling of course dominating that as the ball will be sent forward here by Preston, but that's an easy catch for Davila in goal.
I think that's one thing the national squads will highlight. It's just the talent that we've got, and where the players can go if they're representing their nation at university. Then who knows where they can go. You've had Heriot-Watt, likes of Ali Shrive, go on to Montrose. As you said, a lot of these boys in Stirling signing pre-contracts.
Yeah, Ali Shrive was so important at the heart of the Heriot-Watt defence the last time they won this competition 2 years ago, alongside of course Ethan Kerr, today's captain.
And that'll be one person in the half-time team talk. If they're leading at half-time, Heriot-Watt, Ethan Kerr will definitely step up because he knows what it is to be winning this kind of final. He'll spur the boys on.
Mackinnon bursts forward, gets by two players there. Heel knocks it back for Russell. Decent turnout for today's final as well, Angus. You can see to our right and left. I'm not sure the camera will be able to pick up the numbers in the stands, but for a Wednesday afternoon it always seems to be a well attended event.
Yeah, I mean, Queen's Park Shield goes without saying, it's one of the most anticipated football games of the calendar. One of the oldest Scottish footballing competitions, I believe.
Of course, over 100 years old. First contested in 1922 after the shield was donated by Queen's Park way back in 1921. Stirling are 15-time winners of this competition, looking to try and make it 16. Of course, it's going to be a while before they're able to catch Edinburgh University's record. They've won this competition more than any other university, but of course for a long time it was just contested between the original four ancient universities of Scotland, but still very much a powerhouse in terms of student sport in this country. As Stokes knocks it back in field. Here's Jeans, goes to Stokes again, just can't quite find Ben Hill. Midfield there, Aslan Oglu.
Good tassel from Nandon there.
Aslan Oglu, the German defender, will be representing Scotland as part of the Scottish student sport team. There's a few examples of that. Of course, our adopted Scottish students.
Just need the Scottish granny, isn't it?
Again, McIver-Redwood's another one as he wins a foul there. Of course, an English player, but with a surname like McIver. No, certainly where his roots are coming from, yeah. Mackinnon looks to be a real threat on this left-hand side. Just as I say that, commentator's curse gives the ball away. Here's Walker searching for Domio. Nice touch to get away from Aslan Oglu. As Domio will use his pace again. He's going to unleash a shot here. Domio cracks the crossbar. Angus, Hamdam Domio is running riot here.
He is. Shouts from the sidelines, pass it on to Callum Holmes, but ignores it and takes it himself.
I think when you're a player that's playing with the confidence that he's playing, he's absolutely well within his right to get a shot away there.
Absolutely, and scoring a goal like the first one, it's just the first domino that will fall, the rest will keep coming. So
there's a couple of times now I've noticed that on the break that Stirling can be susceptible to giving up chances as McIver Redwood looks to try and find Stokes. Calls from the Stirling bench that it was being pulled back there. Callum Holmes spreads it wide for Harry Walker. Walker just looking to try and find Domio, but gives it away. It's picked up by Mackinnon. She'll try and play a 1-2 with Heel, but Heel goes back for Shea Scally.
Bit of frustration setting into Stirling, I think.
Apologies if any of our microphones or cameras picked up some explicit language from Marcus Lavery, the Stirling Uni left back. She says frustration setting in, but I don't think Stirling will be panicking just yet. They conceded an early goal in their semi-final in the 2-1 victory over the University of Strathclyde, and came back in the second half to win that one. Left it late, but won it nonetheless. I think that's a real sign, Angus, of the winners involved in the Stirling Uni side.
Yeah.
These guys a lot of these players are third years, fourth years, postgrad students. They've of course won 2 trophies already this season. That's going to be key in a match like this, especially when you're behind.
Yeah, I'm saying frustration's setting in, but I think it's more just because of the expectations they all have of each other as a team, winners. And when they're not moving the ball, not using the system that they know works, that's probably where the swearing comes into play.
Of course, but this is a team that are strong mentally. They've been able to overcome setbacks in the past. And this is far from over. Barney Stewart just only might be lining up for a shot here. Must be what, 35 yards from goal.
It doesn't look like he's crossing it.
Nope. Well, let's see it. Heriot-Watt's very own Jack Grealish steps over the ball as Barney Stewart looks to try and find the ball. Barney Stewart makes amends for his earlier miss. A 30-yarder right into the bottom corner. Angus, that is just sublime.
Yeah, fantastic free kick. Gets it up and over and away from the keeper on the left side.
I'm just seeing a replay now. That is exquisite. I mean, it's such a difficult technique to get that over the wall, but to have it come down so quickly that Maxwell Davila in the Stirling Uni net is diving towards his bottom corner. That's fantastic. We saw glimpses earlier on of how technical qualities of Barney Stewart, but I mean, that is just pure genius.
Yeah, absolutely. As we were saying, he is a good player. He was very close to getting a winner against Bo'ness in one of the East of Scotland Cup finals. He has got the calibre. He's in the national squad as well.
Yep. We must say as well, Harry Walker did ever so well to win the free kick, drifting inside from his right wing back position, beating 3 players. But Namdam Domyo gave his side the opener to go 1 up. But Heriot-Watt now doubling their advantage, this time through Barney Stewart. Both forwards getting themselves on the score sheet. A beautiful free kick right into the bottom corner. It's now Stirling Uni 0, Heriot-Watt 2. As Stirling will try and look to respond here as Mackinnon lines up a cross, searching at the back post. There's Alex Jeans, just heads over the crossbar. Angus, where does Stirling go from here? 2-0 down.
I don't know. It's that final pass, and they just seem to be. Build-up's great, but finding between McIver Redwood and just letting the ball go, making an easy job for Heriot-Watt's defence. Maybe not so much over the top.
Yeah, 30 minutes to go until half time. Do you think Chris Geddes will be thinking about perhaps bringing Cammy McKinley off the bench?
If you need goals, then absolutely. He's one that can get them, but it just depends on who he wants to take off. As you were saying, Ben McIver Redwood being very much a strong presence winning balls.
As McIver Redwood looks to try and flick the ball on for Mackinnon, but that's well saved again by Diego Darcy Sanchez. A real calm in the air about Heriot-Watt. I was going to say they've sat in and counter-attacked, and you think, that they just take their chances at the other end. But I mean, there only really has been 3 chances in this game, and they've all fallen to Heriot-Watt. They're well worth their 2-0 lead here.
Absolutely.
Ball played forward quickly by Scallies. McIver-Redwood will look for Stokes as Samuel Doig's going to try and get on the end of this as Stokes drives forward, does ever so well to get in behind Samuel Doig. Stokes just loses his footing before being able to deliver a cross, but he's just tripped over himself. I believe handball goes against. Tricky winger. It's so unfortunate for James Stokes here. You can see he's a real threat with his running in behind, a quick player, direct player.
Yeah, I thought it might have just fired it across the face of goal, see what happens, put it in the mixer. Stirling had 3 boys waiting. He decides to come back and there was not enough support coming out the wing for him.
Darcy Sanchez searching for Barney Stewart, as though it was flicked on by Isa Aslanoglu. Isa, German native, but grew up playing in Dubai. Different conditions there today, I'm sure, than what we have here in the east of Scotland.
A bit of a shock to the system, I think.
No,
He's got enough appearances in Stirling. It's wet enough up there.
Absolutely. He's a third year now, sports business management student. Comfortable defender. His ball's flicked on by Stewart, but collected by Maxwell Davila. We'll look for Lavery. Lavery can send it up to McIver-Redwood, tussling with Ross Pollock there. Ross Pollock does well just to knock him off balance, and the ball run through comfortably to the Heriot-Watt goalkeeper, Diego Darcy Sanchez. Darcy Sanchez going direct again, looking for Stewart, trying to flick the ball on, but that's met by Giacomini. Back towards Lavery. McIver-Redwood and Ben Hill going in chase. Been a quiet first half from the former West Ham youth player. I think if Stirling can try and get him on the ball more using his qualities, could perhaps unlock more opportunities. It looks as though every time anyone in the defence or midfield for Stirling, they're constantly looking for the feet of McIver-Redwood.
Yeah. Even when it's his first time out from left back, it's straight up to Ben McIver-Redwood.
I think you could see a change of approach there in the second half. You've got the pace and the quality of Stokes and Makinich in the wide areas. They might try and work it wide and look for crosses into the box rather than being so direct.
Yeah, well, being a spectator on the sidelines, you can definitely tell that's what their game plan is. I think Ethan Kerr and centre halves very much aware of what they're trying to do, so they'll just snuff that out every chance they can.
If you're just joining us, just less than 10 minutes to go in the first half of this Queen's Park Shield Cup final 2024 edition. It's Heriot-Watt 2, Stirling 0. Goals from Namdam Domyal and Barney Stewart, giving Banji Koya's side a well-deserved 2-0 lead as we head towards the break. Just for the flick on of Stewart there again, but it will roll out for a goal kick.
As you said, it is a bit of a clash of the Titans today. Highest playing Scottish student sides, but also head coach and assistant coach for the national squad.
Yeah, I was going to say that Chris and BJ are good friends, are they not? The ball's poked forward for Ben Hale, who just tries to get a toe on the end of it and the ball shifts wide. But yes, Chris and BJ, good friends, and in the opposite dugout today.
Yeah, parallels of Pep and Mourinho, I think. Just shows national squad's in good hands.
Absolutely, it's two coaches with great experience at this level in student sport. They've been head coaches of their respective sides for a number of years, for generations of students past.
BJ's been at the club, I think, maybe 17 plus years.
Wow.
Incredible. I don't think he's left. He was a student here.
Some never grow up, they say.
Yeah?
I wish I could have done the same.
Just shows how good student football is, isn't it?
I don't know about you, Angus, but I was a student for 4 years, and it was without doubt my favourite part of the week was a Wednesday. I think Wednesday for me was Saturday. You always looked forward to a Wednesday afternoon to play football and the various social activities that that follow. I'm sure all of these players are the same. Perhaps not with these high performance athletes who wouldn't quite enjoy their Wednesdays the same day we did back in the day.
No, I'm very much far from being a high performance athlete. But yeah, Bucks Wednesdays were the highlight.
We've rolled for Aslan Oglu, strikes and stings the palms of Diego Sanchez.
Good save.
You can see that Aslan Oglu has certainly got a rocket of a right boot on him.
Another yellow card being handed out. Is that a debate between offside and corner?
Referee not shy of using his cards this afternoon. Another foul goes into the book as Russell is looking for McIver Redwood again. His headed effort just glanced off the top of his head.
Yeah, good to see a ref kind of taking charge a little bit early. Will be a hotly contested game if the scoreline stays the same going into the dying minutes of the second half. But
Diego Darcy Sanchez sends it looking for the aerial threat of Callum Holmes. That'll be headed out wide by Aslan Oglu.
Saying the game plan for Stirling's known to the defenders, but Heriot-Watt's as well. To Stirling going down this left side. Try to find the flick on from Holmes to Nandom or Barney.
Well dummied there by Holmes as Barney Stewart picks it up on the left hand side again. He looks to try and deliver a cross. That might come to the foot of Nandom Domio. Does ever so well. He's such a strong player for his size as well. As the ball's wide here for Preston. Preston keeps it in. We'll find Walker. Walker flicking back inside. Finds Domio. He's got Russell up his backside, but here's Walker shifting right then left, but cleared in the end by Aslan Oglu. So McIver Redwood gets a strong header to beat Irving to the ball. So McInnes, this is where Stirling need to be more incisive and need to attack with pace, as Russell does ever so well. Plays it to McInnes, first time cross, headed well by Ross Pollock again, and then McIver Redwood just can't seem to find heel. Solid defending there from Doig.
Yeah. Stirling can't slow down when they're on the attack. It gives Heriot-Watt too much of a cushion to get bodies behind, and you can see them, they're all tracking back.
Strong play there from Samuel Doig, doing his defensive duties. Saw early in the games, a keen runner, getting forward, able to marshal the ball out there under the challenge of Stirling Uni attacker. Just 4 minutes to go of this first half. Heriot-Watt cleverly opting not to go for the short option. Minutes limited in this first half. It's picked up by Preston, looking for Barney Stewart. Barney Stewart can unleash an attempt. He's just offside. Wins one on the far side, raising his flag to indicate Barney Stewart just went a little too early there, but you can see every single time that Heriot-Watt are able to steal possession in the middle of the park. They're a real threat going forward and look like they could score every time on the counter.
Yep. No VAR for offsides today, Adam, no?
Not got the budget for that, no? Well, there could be.
We don't need it, do we?
Okay, there could be a real worry here for Heriot-Watt. Barney Stewart is down. Now, of course, just minutes ago we saw him burst towards goal and release a shot. He was standing in an offside position, so had it gone in wouldn't have counted, but Barney Stewart was under no challenge and looks as though he's hurt himself here, perhaps a calf injury from what we can see from up here. He will be treated by club physio Megan Devaney. Now this could be a real worry for Heriot-Watt fans.
Yeah, it looks like subs bench is getting a bit active. Possible change being made.
How much of a blow would that be if Barney does have to leave the field, given his impact so early on in this match?
Yeah, it'll be a tough one for Heriot-Watt. Obviously, seen his strike from the free kick, involvement on the attack, and he does do a fair bit of running up front. So should they lose him, goal kind of impact their attack, but maybe no sub being made just yet.
No, he's currently bootless. His right boot, the one that scored that magnificent free kick, is currently in hand.
Get it framed.
No changes. No changes forthcoming. It looks like Stewart will be okay to continue, but Heriot-Watt are down to 10 for the time being as Redwood challenges Kerr in the box, finds the feet of his teammate, but well cleared by Giacomini. Shea Scally. Fantastic ball out to the left hand side for Lavery, looking for Macinench, but that will be headed by Irving and knocked on again by Domio. There's Macinench. Does well to shake Domio, look to deliver with his left foot again, but cleared again by Ross Pollock. Alex Jeans. Fantastic tackle from Callum Holmes. Oh, the Heriot-Watt players not happy that that's been awarded a corner. It was a fantastic challenge there from Callum Holmes, but I think he thought that perhaps it had come back off of Alex Jeans before going out for a corner.
I thought the same, to be fair, Adam. But ref's word's final, isn't it?
Well, of course. Macinench stands over this corner. A short one this time. Slight change of tactic as Macinench looks to work a different angle, sends an enticing delivery into the box, but commanded well again by Diego Darcy Sanchez. As we've got a break on here, it's Barney Stewart and Domio. I think if the ball had just been 5 yards to the right or left of Ben Heal, then that could have been 3-0. Heriot-Watt again looking dangerous, and Stirling perhaps a little sensitive to counter-attacks, it looks at the minute. It's Lavery. Look for Redwood. Gets ahead on it. Stirling really struggling to create any clear sights of goal here, Angus, in the first half.
It just kind of looks like they're a bit lost when it finds Ben's feet. He doesn't really know where the outlets are.
Well, we've played the first 45 minutes of action in this first half. I haven't had any indication of additional time yet as Diego Darcy Sanchez sends it over, but with a couple of players down injured and a couple of goals, you would imagine we would get another 3 minutes of action in this first half at least. Stewart sends it forward. It's Aslan Oglu. It's been a real physical battle, that, hasn't it, between Ethan Kerr and Redwood. Both players will enjoy that.
It just shows EK should be in that national squad potentially if he's keeping a national squad player silent for the first half.
You've got the password to the Instagram, just change the graphic.
That was my initial thought, but
anything to help a mate out.
Ah, no.
Here's Walker. Your Stewart can open his legs again as Stewart does
bombing it up the left.
He does very well there to. Oh, he's turned Aslan Oglu. He's turned him inside out and sends a cross into the box. It's missed by the goalkeeper. It's still alive, and a chance here for Doig. Stirling will eventually get it clear, but signs again there of the qualities and the trickery of Barney Stewart on that right hand side. Heriot-Watt nearly making it 3 before half time, Angus.
Yep. Barney Stewart possibly injured, still a player. He's doing well down that right side. Callum Holmes bombing it up the left.
Would make you dizzy as a defender, wouldn't he?
I'd hate him.
As a centre back yourself, do you ever have the displeasure of playing against him in your time at Heriot-Watt?
Thankfully not. I think Sunday Sevens would be the closest thing, but that's fine. I'd play striker then. Keep away from him.
Also looking again for Redwood. Knocks it on, but it's cleared by Pollock. Back to Heel. Heriot-Watt ball again. 2.5 minutes into injury time of the first half. Heriot-Watt leading 2-0. Daniel Irving sends the ball up the line. It's headed away by James Russell using his aerial qualities again. Yeah, it'll be a free kick. I think Ben Heal appealing for perhaps a referee to use use his cards there. There's been a few fouls from Jackie Meany in the centre of the pitch. Chance here for delivery. Long searching ball, and that's going to fall kindly into the arms of Diego Darcy Sanchez. Such a composed figure between the sticks for Heriot-Watt, assuring.
Heriot-Watt have been solid from the back all the way at the top, so
yeah, they've been able to successfully repel any sort of threat from Stirling. That's a side who have scored countless goals across a number of different competitions this year. Already double winners. Arguably have been the best, certainly the most consistent side in the whole of the UK. Student sport level as the referee blows his whistle. That brings an end to first half proceedings. Of course, if you're just joining us here, that's half time. Now at the Orium, Heriot-Watt 2, Stirling 0. Half time here at the Orium, Scotland's National Performance Centre. We're here for the final of the Queen's Park Shield 2024. At half time, it's Heriot-Watt 2, Stirling 0. Angus, we've been treated to a real great first half. Let's start with the first goal coming from Nandom Domyo. Your take on that to get his side in front so early on?
yeah, fantastic for Nandom. He's as I said, he's been wanting that goal since last year, and fantastic to get on the end of it. Good flick on from Callum Holmes, gets on the end of it and tucks it away nice and early for Heriot-Watt to take the lead. Yeah, fantastic.
At that stage, we saw Stirling with, countless passes side to side. He had a lot of possession without really being able to create any chances, and someone maybe say it was a little bit against the run of play. But from then on, Heriot-Watt scored, and they looked to have really settled into this match. Leads into the second goal, and it was a real piece of magic from Barney Stewart, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's exactly what you'd look for in a cup final. Fantastic free kick from about 30 odd yards out. He does well, deserved a goal. They've been fantastic, as you said, running against the the run of play. Stirling been very much in control today, but you can't rule them out. Heriot-Watt been very good on the attack. They've had the urgency to go forward, and I think that's where they've came out on top against Stirling today.
Yeah, Stirling have come from behind before. Of course, they went one down early in their semi-final against Strathclyde University. What do they need to do differently in this second half to try and get themselves back into this side?
I think it's a little bit of urgency coming out from the back. They are very good at doing the one touch and finding McIver Redwood, but it's offering the support. He is one man in the end. He is a fantastic player, but he can't do it all himself. As we saw just towards the end of the second half, the run down the right side, and anything across goal would have been fantastic for them. But yeah, they just need to find a little bit of an outlet for McIver Redwood up top. You
can see the players warming up behind us. Do you think Chris Geddes will consider readying any changes? But you got Cameron McKinley on the bench there.
Yeah, I think he might, because they've gone 45 minutes plus without much of a knock at the door for Heriot-Watt. So yeah, you kind of need to find the goal scorers, which one is sitting on the bench, as you've said. So yeah, I think a change might be in, but who goes? That's the question, I suppose.
Yeah, BJ will be just hoping for more of the same in the second half from his side, though.
Yeah, there'll be very much a quiet confidence in the changing room at half time, but they'll come out, they'll start at 0-0. That's the kind of the Heriot-Watt ethos. You can't rule themselves out, because as you said, Stirling are very good at coming from behind, and if you take your eye off the road, then you'll concede, and that's the last thing Heriot-Watt want to give away. One goal and then you'll end up giving two, and it'll be game on. So
yeah, well, there'll be words being exchanged in the dressing room just now, particularly from Captain Ethan Kerr of Heriot-Watt, a man you know very well.
Yes.
In a position like this, when he's leading his side 2-0 at half time, what will he be saying to his players to make sure they leave here with their hands on the trophy?
I think let them know it's within reach, but the game's not over. Like he's won this, he's lost this as well as Queen's Park Shield final. He has got the mentality, and he'll know that the players, the game plan has been right. Stirling will come out with an entirely different thing, as we can see. Chris Geddes given his team a team talk there, but they just keep the focus. The play's been good. They haven't really been dispossessed in silly situations. Everything's been with purpose, which is good. So it'll probably be more of the same, but Stirling are going to turn on the gas, I think. So it's just be ready for that.
Yeah, well, Scotland's two premier sports universities are playing out a classic as it stands, and let's hope for more of the same action in the second half. You can join us again as the players emerge back from the tunnel in around about 5-10 minutes time, so don't go anywhere. We'll bring you the second half of the Queen's Park Shield final at half time. It's Heriot-Watt 2, Stirling 0. The players are back onto the field as we look forward to another fantastic second half of action here at the Oriam, Scotland's National Performance Centre. If you're just joining us at half time, it's Heriot-Watt 2, Stirling 0. A little bit of an upset. Nandum Domnall got the opening goal for Heriot-Watt early on with a lovely little dinked half volley with his left foot. His strike partner Barney Stewart then added a second with a magnificent free kick, and despite all of Stirling's possession, Heriot-Watt well worth their 2-0 lead. I'm joined by Angus, Vice Chair of Scottish Student Football. Angus, you looking forward to another fantastic second half of action here?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the second half. Fingers crossed it's got goals in it like the first half did. Who they'll be for, not sure. Stirling not making any changes by the looks of things.
Yeah, I'm surprised at that. I thought Cammy McKinley would have been a stick on to come on. It looks like they have changed shape, however.
Yeah.
Stirling lining up looks more of a traditional 3-5-2. Stokes will join McIver Redwood as a striker, and it'll be Alex Jeans will move out to that right wing back position as Jackie Meany as well to try and find Domnall. Domnall gets just in front of Russell, and that'll be a foul to Heriot-Watt. Yeah, the rain's off, the wind is slightly settled, and I think we can maybe try and see the sun creeping out from behind those clouds, so perhaps favourable conditions in the second half for
could do with
better
a heat.
Football. Daniel Irving clips the ball to the back post in search of Barney Stewart. Will be headed back in by Jackie Meany. Pollock knocks it back for Kerry. Will be able to use his left foot to deliver this to the front post. It's missed by everyone and into the hands of Maxwell Davina. Davila.
Looks like Ethan Kerr and McIver Redwood are man marking each other on both ends of the pitch. McIver Redwood getting back defensively.
Stokes, nice interplay with Jeans as Stokes looks for the run of Jeans again, but there's a shout for a penalty there, but the free kick is given the other way. Ethan Kerr looked to have just tried to get in ahead.
Looked like a sore one, going straight into the ground, I think, and getting caught.
Yeah, it looks like both players are in a bit of trouble here. So it was a lovely 1-2 from Alex Jeans and Stokes on that right hand side. As Jeans is looking to, he's certainly claiming for the penalty. The Stirling Uni players aggrieved. I'm going to ask your thoughts, Angus. Don't give me, I'll need to see it back. What do you think, penalty or no penalty?
I don't know. From this angle, we're coming directly behind the play. It kind of looked like EK might have got there slightly earlier, but I mean, he's hurt himself in the process.
Yeah, we certainly hope Ethan Kerr's okay. Of course, a player that's been out missing with a number of injuries last season. We'll just have the benefit of a replay on our screens here. The Gary Neville in there, Angus, I'm not sure. I think there could be a case for a penalty there, just given the direction of the ball. It looks as though Alex Jean's just is able to nick in front of Ethan Kerr. It's 50-50. It's a tough one.
I won't say anything, but the lino is there.
Yeah. Well, do you know what, the angle we have here isn't as good as the angle of the line.
Exactly.
As the linesman has right in front of the action there. So we'll trust the lino to give the right call. Already a better start here though from Stirling in the second half.
Yeah.
We've been able to breach that back line, and perhaps a change of shape has helped that, with Alex Jeans moving forward into that right wing back position. A chance here for Shea Scally. Well saved again by Diego Darcy Sanchez, because the ball was certainly moving. Perhaps
it was
6 feet. 6 inches to the left, and that
was centre half turned his back.
You don't like that, is it? You don't like that, yeah?
Being a defender, you take it on the chin. But yeah, Stirling definitely out the blocks. Keen to get a couple goals back in this game.
Yeah, they're going to need to try and come up with something soon. They can't let this match get away from them. Heriot-Watt, tough side to break down. They don't give away too many goals, and you can see with the likes of Stewart and Domio on attack, there's certainly a threat going forward.
Yep. Heriot-Watt want to cement the last performance against Stirling, 4-3, last game of the Bucks Premier League North.
It's headed forward by Stewart, fucking looking for Domio, but Aslanoglu does well. Nice little first touch again there from Domio, chops inside of Aslanoglu and plays it wide. Here's Doig. Doigle. Play it wide as Heriot-Watt look to try and send the ball back into the box again, but Holmes' cross can't pick out. Stirling players here, I guess you can see you're venting their frustration towards each other and the match official.
Yeah, very much so. The shouts for the penalty, shouting at the linos. Albeit he did have the best view, but they were shouting at the wrong lino asking for the penalty.
So Aslanoglu, you can see that change of shape already is opening up new areas of the pitch for Stirling, as Stokes looks to just try and reverse that for the run of Ben Hill. So we thought there might have been a change. We thought Cammy McKinley would come on at half time and offer bit more of a threat in the final third, but there's certainly been a tactical change, and Angus, it's looking like that's working so far for Chris Geddes' side.
Yeah, I mean, Chris might be just holding out for that 60 minutes, get the starting 11, getting their minutes in first, and then make the change for the last half hour. But yeah, this change of setup for Stirling's definitely helping them out. They're seeing more of the final third than they did in the first 45.
Good flick on from Stewart again there, as Domio can just try and find Walker on the right hand side, just doesn't quite get through the legs there of service. Don't think Domio was aware of his surroundings. Had he looked to the right hand side in the first instance, Harry Walker was there for a pass, and you can see, yes, Stirling have definitely made their improvement in the beginning of this second half, but there's always that threat on the counter from Domio and Stewart in particular. Holmes' passes intercepted, but Stirling with an opportunity to try and break now is McIver Redwood. Strong challenge here from Harry Walker. He'll go in again. Lovely committed tackle from Walker and Lavery there, and he's the referee's thrown a straight red card. Harry Walker won the first challenge, slid in, went in for the second. Now Angus, that's right in front of us. It looks as though Marcus Lavery has taken perhaps a hit on the head there. That's he's holding his face, but I mean, we'll have an opportunity to look at it here, but it looked to me like Harry Walker won the ball in the second instance there. He certainly made contact with the ball before the challenges come on. It's just whether or not there's a follow through. That's what the Heriot-Watt players are arguing here, but this could absolutely change the complexion of the game.
That replay.
Yeah, for me it looks like Harry Walker touches the ball and then it's cleared away by Lavery.
Yeah.
I think he's extremely unlucky to be shown a red card there.
I mean, they both went into it. It is a contact sport. 50-50. The ball was there to be won.
Yeah, Harry Walker is making his case to the linesman on his near side. He's saying that he made contact with the ball first. I have to agree with the full-back there, Angus. I think Harry Walker, both players are going in, they're sliding in committed. But for me, in that challenge, Lavery is actually the late of the two to get to the ball. So I'm extremely surprised to see the referee brandish a red card there. Absolutely, yes, he's gone in with force, but I don't think there was any malice in the challenge, and it's quite a puzzling decision.
As far as slide tackles go, as a defender, it's completely textbook for. He gets there. He's done very well with the first challenge.
Yeah,
he wins the first
off,
against Ben McIver, Redwood, and he's gone and got up and chased after the second, and he's got there first, as you said.
Okay, selfishly, this makes this a great game though now.
Yeah, it does.
Of course, Heriot-Watt will look to try and hang on to that 2-goal lead. Stirling will go and chase. Heriot-Watt, of course, being reduced to 10 men. They'll feel that there's perhaps a little bit of injustice with that tackle. Harry Walker is gutted, as you can see. He's making his way.
I'm gutted for him. He's had a great game so far.
Yeah, he's been very good, and he did really well to win the free kick for the second goal as well.
Yep,
so
he's been very composed. Smaller in stature against the forward for Stirling, but he's not been out of place. He's done a fantastic job. But yeah, that's so tough for him. Very interesting to see.
Your thoughts on the red card, red or not?
I don't think so. No, I'm going to say no. I'll stick with my guns and say no.
I don't even think it's a foul.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a coming together in it. I mean, we should really phone up Chris Boyd and Chris Sutton to get their take on this, but they'll probably just go on for ages. I'm very surprised to see the ref brandish a red card for that. Yellow card, possibly, just because it's a contact, and if he's gone through and touched his head. But did he even touch his head?
Yeah, well, I think that's what Lavery was claiming for. I don't know if perhaps an extension of Walker's body had, maybe made contact with his face thereafter. But for me, Harry Walker wins the ball, and it's actually Lavery that's late in the challenge. Of course, Lavery then gets the rebound off of Walker's challenge, which sends the ball in the direction of the Heriot-Watt goal. Looks like there'll be a double change here for Stirling as they go in search of a goal. As we thought, there's Cammy McKinley getting himself on. It'll be Alex Jeans off, as is James Russell, and he'll be replaced by Cammy McKinley and Ben Woloshkin.
Just going back to last year, this is where the goal came from for Stirling. They made a sub, and within minutes they've got a goal, so a man advantage. Two fresh players on the pitch might make the difference. Yeah,
two good players at that as well. Cammy McKinley,
yes,
of course, as we discussed in the first half, Angus, a member of the Scottish Student Sport national team for this season, is the club's top goal scorer in the Lowland League. Certainly a good player to have when you're going in search of a goal. So he'll form that partnership with McIver Redwood, and Ben Woloshkin that's coming on the number 10 position as well. It's intricate, he's a tricky player. Believe it or not, Angus, he actually not too long ago had trials at Croatian giants Hajduk Split. There's one for you, yeah. Of course those trials are unfortunately unsuccessful, but Ben has certainly made an impression in his time at Stirling University. I think he was at Hamilton for 8 years before having those trials. No idea what the context of that is, how that's come about. I'm sure when he was he was at Hamilton. He must have had an agent that was able to organise
It's
that.
good to see Hamilton focusing on Croatian football rather than their own football. Might explain some things to them. Lino asking for answers.
Yeah,
You were closest,
yeah,
mate.
the Lino is looking for a replay of the challenge from the dugout there. I'm afraid VAR is not in operation at the Orium today. The budget's been spent on our services instead.
I still find that a ridiculous red card to give in this kind of game, anyways. Like, it doesn't scream like there's intent. There's poor form because he's completely parallel with the ground in the tackle.
Well, there was no hesitation from the referee, so he obviously saw something that he believed was a red card offence. He deemed it to be serious foul play. Not sure we agree here. That's the first chance to see Cammy McKinley in action. Don't think the referees are awarded a free kick here, but it is a head knock, so Stirling will regain possession after McKinley has seen it.
This is where you don't want to see the head loss from Heriot-Watt. Man down.
So important to say discipline now, isn't it?
Yeah. This might have not been part of Ethan Kerr's speech at half time, but he's got to rally the team. The 10 men on the park. He's got to make sure that they stay focused and see out these last 45s.
Chance here for Lavery to unleash a left-footed strike, but the wind is always going to take that one high and wide.
A bit of unfortunate news from the comms team at half time. There was a GoPro in the goals in the wrong net for the first half.
Oh,
So
there's only one GoPro.
Yeah. Great view of Barney Shirt's run up.
Error sent out. It looks as though Heriot-Watt have just been able to calm the storm since the red card.
Ethan Kerr back down.
Oh, this is a real worry for Heriot-Watt, of course. Lost a very important defensive player in Harry Walker to that red card just 5 minutes ago, and now it looks like skipper Ethan Kerr has run his race. He saw him go down earlier in the first half. Earlier in the second half under that challenge from Alex Jeans, where Stirling were appealing for a penalty kick. Ethan Kerr has already taken the armband off and passed it over.
Yeah, that's, I mean, a fantastic performance from him today.
Yep, superb.
I don't know if you spotted at the start of kick-off, but McIver Redwood and him exchanged a wee high five. I think game recognises game in this sense, and but
it's been a great battle from two fantastic players, strong, physical, and two really good football players as well. So
one of EK's last games for Heriot-Watt, graduating this year, so he's gone out on a high, and let's see the scoreline stay the same.
Yeah,
for
well,
Heriot-Watt, and he'll be chuffed with that.
he would love nothing more than to captain his side to victory in the Queen's Park Shield final, as his side were able to achieve 2 years ago. As you said, this is one of his final few games. He's a postgraduate student studying real estate, doing a master's in real estate.
Anything to keep playing student football.
Potential property tycoon in the future. And Ethan Kerr, do you see that in him?
Yeah, it's like Jordan Belfort. You could sell anyone a pen.
Lovely little move here from Stirling as they go in search of getting themselves a goal back in this one. It's Jake's service, picks it up and goes all the way back to his goalkeeper. You can see Heriot-Watt now just trying to stay disciplined and stay in their shape, down to 10 men. If you're just joining us here at Scottish Student Sport, this is today's Queen's Park Shield Men's Final 2024. It's currently, as the ball drops to the edge of the box for Ben Heal. The first time we've seen Some hesitance from Diego Darcy Sanchez in goal. Sorry, as I was saying, if you're just joining, this is the 2024 edition of the Queen's Park Shield final, contested today between Heriot-Watt and Stirling. The current score is Heriot-Watt 2, Stirling 0. Two first half goals coming from Nandam Domyo and the strike partner Barney Stewart. But early in the second half, right wing back Harry Walker was shown a red card. So now the leaders are down to 10 men as they look to try and hold on for this final half an hour. Do you think anyone would have seen this coming, Angus?
The red card or the 2-0?
2-0 to Heriot-Watt. Of course, the side did well to avoid relegation in a league that Stirling have won 4 years in a row.
Yeah, I wouldn't have put money on them to go lead by 2. I would have said they were definitely getting goals, but to come out the blocks first against a very well established University of Stirling side, as I said, you can't write them off. They've done their bit in the first half.
Yeah, of course. I mean, league positions tell one story, but head-to-head matches tell another. And the last meeting between these two sides in that league, of course, Heriot-Watt did win that tie. Perhaps a rotated Stirling 11 that day, but a win nonetheless for them as the ball's sent into the box. McIver Redwood will look to try and collect it. He sends it back to the edge of the box as Stokes. Stokes turns his man and pokes it through the legs, but Ben Heal's shot is well over the crossbar. As well, if you look back to the two previous finals, it's always a tight encounter when these two sides meet. Of course, Stirling won it. The slender 1-0 victory last year. Heriot-Watt winning 2-1 the year previous, on the 100th anniversary of this great competition.
And both games were won in fashion. Very much a goal in the death of the game for Stirling last year. Down the right side, ball across. An error from the Heriot-Watt left back left them exposed, and then year before that the exact same for Heriot-Watt, down the right side and scoring to win that 2-1.
Well, could we have some late drama here? Certainly poised for a fascinating finish. As Callum Holmes looks for the speed of Domyo, and look, he's going to get there. Domyo just lacks the composure. He's looking to try and offset possession to Preston, and you can see Heriot-Watt, any time they get the chance, are poking it forward because they've got that threat of the speed of Domyo in behind. He is a flying machine, Angus.
Yeah, he arguably should have taken the shot there. He's looking for support in a depleted side. You don't want to have too many men go forward, because if the shot doesn't get off, it doesn't find the back of the net. Stirling can punish if they're on the counter. Especially
when down to 10 men, how important is that to be able to have an outlet like that in the attacking sense, you know, that when you are under pressure. Oh,
good challenge by Barney Stewart. No penalty in question.
Yeah, I just thought the way he used it, especially when you've got attacking players chasing back and they poke that leg out. It's lucky he's got long legs there. Had that been a fraction of a second later, there could have been a shout for the penalty.
Heriot-Watt need to be careful, this ref will give anything.
There's McInch sending the corner into the front post.
Nobody at the back stick.
On by Aslan Oglu.
Nandam probably should have gone for himself there. First time Heriot-Watt's visited the final third, probably within the last 20 minutes. It's just need to take their chances. If
he'll be tired as well, playing up there on his own, especially, and he made a 30-yard dash towards the ball there. He's quick, but it can't be easy being that quick. You're using a lot of energy as he's bursting towards the ball, and it looked like a tired pass.
Yeah, he's a machine, but he is only human.
Long searching ball, picks out McKinley. Fantastic first touch from McKinley. Plays it for Voloshin, but Voloshin can't find the forward run of Stokes.
A leaderless shout from Chris Geddes there. Nobody taking charge on the pitch for their attacks.
Yeah, calling for leaders, and he might get that. His substitutions, Chris Geddes readying another 2 subs. Stirling going to throw all of their attacking players on in hope of getting themselves back in this game, still trailing 2-0. Haven't really been able to create a clear-cut chance in this match as of yet. But we know that this Stirling side are mentally strong and resilient. Looks as though Shea Scally and Isa Aslanoglu will be leaving the field. And they'll be replaced by a pair of substitutes, Luke Morris and Jack Docherty. Lavery looking for the feet of McIver-Redwood. He flicks it on Jack Docherty, just can't quite get on the end of it. Jack Docherty, another attacking player, likely playing the number 10 position or thereabouts as Barney Stewart. His opportunity to break, but well marshalled by Shea Scally, who can find Marcus Lavery. Lavery knocks it forward for Scally. Stirling trying to find the feet of McIver-Redwood as it's well defended there from Holmes, but it's only going to drop as far as Stokes. Stokes look to try and poke it forward for McKinley. It goes back to Stokes.
Safe hands, keeper.
Yeah, Diego Darcy Sanchez again. I think you must be so calm as a defender when you've got a quality goalkeeper like Darcy Sanchez behind you.
Yeah, as I was saying in the first half, the confidence comes from the back and it spreads through at the front. Ethan Kerr, keeper, all the centre halves have been very strong, but yeah, he's not really put a foot wrong. He's been tested a couple of times, but anything he's had to deal with, he's dealt with.
Yeah, as we mentioned, one of 7 goalkeepers in his family.
A ridiculous stat.
It's incredible, really.
Couldn't get a 5-side team together.
It'd be tough to score against anyway. But that was better from Stirling though, working in attack. McKinley already proving to be a threat, having only been on the pitch for a matter of minutes. First change of the game here for Heriot-Watt. Looks like Cole Catanach will be replacing Samuel Doig.
Doig's had a very good game.
Yes,
a lot of running he's had to do, but he can come off this pitch knowing that he's putting a shift.
Cole Catanach now onto the field. Architectural engineer, 4th year student. Perhaps one of the more experienced boys in the group, formerly of Syngenta Juveniles and Camelon Juniors. Could he be the architect of a famous victory here? We've hit the 70-minute mark now, 20 minutes remaining in this final. Heriot-Watt 2, Stirling 0. Remember, Heriot-Watt down to 10 men. Harry Walker was shown a red card early in this second half, but Stirling now starting to probe and now starting to create the chances and bleed chances out of their forward line. Angus, a big 20 minutes ahead. How do you see this one going?
I mean, as you're saying, Stirling are growing into this second half in the attack. They've got to take the chances though. 20 minutes sounds like a long time, but if they don't test the keeper, then they might run out of time. Luke
Morris looking to try and get a shot away, does well to cut in from that right hand side, uses left foot, but it's blocked as Benny will chip it forward to McKinley. McKinley steps over and sends it wide for Stokes. James Stokes will... Ooh. Stokes certainly looks lively and a threat on the right hand side. I just think if Stirling can use him as an out ball and try and get him and McInnes to engage fullbacks in wide areas, he could have a little more luck as Barney Stewart looks to try and contest the header with Marcus Lavery, but Heel will send this wide as Luke Morris steps forward with the ball. Lovely diagonal pass, but it's cut out by Preston. Spoke to as soon as Barney Stewart just waits on it. Ben Voloshin wins it, and Cammy McKinley looks to go by his man. Lavery finds Voloshin. What have you made of Stirling Uni's changes and the impact of the subs so far?
Yeah, it's an injection of energy into their attack here. They haven't really left Heriot-Watt's half since the changes have been made. That structure change at half time as well.
Washkin heel just looks to go by his man, but it's cleared well by Ross Pollock again. Ross Pollock's been mammoth at the centre of defence for Heriot-Watt this afternoon.
Yeah, he's putting a solid performance alongside Ethan Kerr in the first half and continues to do so in the second half. But Stirling slowly creeping into the box with their attacks. Well dealt with by Heriot-Watt, but see if they can hang on for the last 20 or so minutes.
Yeah, just under 18 minutes remaining. Another Stirling player, Heriot-Watt player down in the box, but is raised to his feet.
Bodies
Stirling
on the line.
will face another long throw from Stokes. Stokes searching for service. It drops back to McKinley. Blocked and he'll go out for the corner. These little blocks are so important now as you get towards the end of the game. Every deflection, every block, every toe, everything counts.
Bodies on the line for Heriot-Watt, and that's what they're going to have to do. Throw everything at the defence.
Sent in swinging ball, looking for McIver Redwood. Out for a goal kick.
Substitution coming from Heriot-Watt.
Yep, we have a change here. Heriot-Watt. So Cameron Murray will enter the fray. He'll replace Namdom Domyil. Angus, just a word on Nandom's performance this afternoon. I think he's been excellent.
Yeah, he's put in a fantastic shift today. Again, he righted the wrongs from last season in the final, and he's got his name on the goal scorers. He's done very well today. He's done a lot of running, as we were saying. A bit of a tired pass on a 30-yard sprint. You can see him getting the handshakes and the high fives from the boys on the bench, and very much deserved.
Now here's an interesting story. Cameron Murray has now come on to replace him up front for Heriot-Watt. He's missed not just this season of football, but he actually made his return earlier this year to football for the first time in 3 years. He was out for 3 years with an injury. And Cameron Murray, his previous club, Stirling Uni. He's an ex-Stirling Uni player himself. I believe he was at Glasgow for an interim period in between that. Don't think he played much football though, given the nature of his injury. As an ex-Stirling Albion loanee from Dundee United.
Some rap sheet he's got.
Yep, certainly an experienced forward as Cammy Murray with bags of goals. So here's his first chance to see what he can offer as well. He just looks to try and help it forward on for Barney Stewart. Ball is well cleared there by Heriot-Watt again. But yes, Cameron Murray, postgraduate student in international sports management. He's been around the block in student football. Great to see him back out onto the field. As Angus, I thought that was my ball. I thought you were going to have to use your central defensive abilities there to head that one away.
Yeah, Heriot-Watt just keen to get that. The ball's dealt with.
Yeah,
give them a bit of breathing space at the back.
Into the final 15 minutes now. Still just look to try and hang on here. Still 2-0. Here's Jake Service to try and lift it into the physical presence that is Cammy McKinley, but Cole Katanak will do well to get this. And it's 15 minutes to go, Angus, but it looks like it's getting to desperate defending now from Heriot-Watt. They're being pegged back. It's being penned in, and
I mean, yeah, the defence been asked questions of them, but they've been fairly solid throughout the whole game, and there's no sign of crumbling. To be fair, Stirling need to take their chances soon, otherwise they're going to be running out of time here.
Yeah, well, there are a few players in this team who are accustomed to important late goals. The man taking the throw just now, James Stokes, scored a He scored the winner in the East of Scotland Cup final, and Ben McIver-Redwood, who we've spoken about previously, he scored the all-important winner in the dying seconds of this semi-final, of this competition, when Stirling were able to fend off Strathclyde University by 2-1. As the ball drops here, and it looks as though Cammy McKinley can get his head on it, but saved well by Diego Darcy Sanchez. A bit of pinball in the penalty area there.
Important block from Daniel Irvin there.
Yeah, Irving, Pollock, Kerr, all being important players for Heriot-Watt this afternoon. For fans of Scottish student football elsewhere, we can bring you a result from down south. Unfortunately, Strathclyde University were defeated 4-1 in their playoff match to Loughborough. It means that Loughborough will join Stirling and Heriot-Watt in the playoffs next year, having already defeated Northumbria in the playoff matches. An unfortunate result that we can't get a third Scottish side there, but a great season for Strathclyde, Angus.
Absolutely. As you said in conversations before the match, that was them just getting promoted from last season.
Yeah,
so
nearly a double promotion, 2 league titles in a row.
And he also said it was a very relatively young team. They've got a plethora of third-year students.
Here's Voshkin tries to play the 1-2 there. As you can see, the Stirling players are just queuing up in the box now. As Lavery comes inside, Lavery will play it to the edge for Stokes, and it's looking like it'll come back, and it's going to find Cammy McKinley.
Good
Oh,
tackle.
it's not. Another really important intervention there. Heriot-Watt are hanging on, but they're hanging on well.
Yeah.
Okay, another change here. Heriot-Watt are going to make another sub as we enter the final 11 minutes of this Queen's Park Shield Cup final. Look at Jackie Meany, looks to be the player making way. Angus, how impressed have you been with his performance?
Yeah, he's done a very good shift in the midfield today. Fighting for every ball against a very tough Stirling midfield. He's managed to recover and managed to get Heriot-Watt building out from regaining possession and getting it back and getting the balls onto Barney Stewart and Nandom and Callum Holmes. He's done very well. Another player that can walk off with his head held high in this performance.
Absolutely fantastic from the only fresher involved in today's match, I believe. Youngest player on the pitch, just 18 years old, and he's replaced by Matteo Crawlett. The ball sent into the box, but well cleared by Heriot-Watt. It's going to come to the edge here as Crawlett looks to try and get a challenge up. Handball shouts, but McIver-Redwood will keep up. There's so much happening as the ball falls to the edge of the area. Stirling get it back in. A chance here for McKinley, and another chance again. It's off the crossbar. McIver-Redwood again, and I don't believe it. Somehow Thomas Vonk has not scored, and Stirling are still waiting for their first goal in this match. The ball fell after pinball onto the left foot of Thomas Vonk, the Irish striker, inside the penalty area, and it crashed off the crossbar. Angus, how is it not 2-1?
Stirling struggling to buy a goal today. That's probably the best attack they've had, and you can see that they've got such intensity when they're attacking, not giving Heriot-Watt's defence any chance of getting a breather.
Is that a good omen for Heriot-Watt, that when a big chance like that falls to Stirling, they're unable to take it at this stage in the match, because that really could have changed everything?
It's one of those ones where it might just be your luck on the day, and that's kind of the story of how it goes. But yeah, I mean, it looked like that ball would have just hit the underside and hit the back of the net, but I don't know how it stayed out. They've done very well, Heriot-Watt.
I know, they're defending for their lives now. Yeah. Defending for their lives, and a real slice of misfortune for
Callum Holmes getting up.
Yeah, Callum Holmes down injured. A few Heriot-Watt players going to ground. Of course, we just give a mention to substitute Matteo Crawlett, who's just made his way onto the pitch. A player I remember playing against this Heriot-Watt side. I believe he's been here for a number of years now, a postgraduate student in investment management. I think him and Ethan can be good at a game of Monopoly, no?
Do you get sleepless nights playing against these Heriot-Watt boys, do you, Adam?
I do, yeah, especially on a pitch this size. That's not made for me. It's far too much running. This Stirling side, in fact, both teams have knocked me out of this competition during my career, so unfortunately haven't been able to lift the famous trophy as one of these two captains will. As it stands, that man will be Ethan Kerr. As Heriot-Watt into the final 10 minutes of this match with a 2-goal advantage. Both goals coming inside the first half, but of course they've spent the majority of this second half down to 10 men. Can they hang on? I should just say that William Reid has joined us. Callum Holmes, unfortunately, forced off the field through injury. Lavery will look to play forward.
Just shows the demands of today's game. Heriot-Watt players going off with support from either side for Callum Holmes there, making his way onto the bench. But also another player, head held high.
Of course, he's been fantastic as Stokes looks to make his way into the box. It falls to McIver. Redwood, he's knocked it back. Can we get a strike away? Voloshin on the left foot. It's going to eventually be cleared by Heriot-Watt. Stirling, it's just not falling for them just now, I guess.
It isn't. Stirling just don't look. Any time the ball falls to them, it's just not in the position when they can pull the trigger and get that shot off on target.
Stirling, of course, have now used all substitutes. Morris will roll it back to Voloshin. Lavery look to set it on his left foot. Falls back to Lavery. It's Heriot-Watt doing a stellar job here of keeping out any Stirling threat. Here's Morris. Sends it in right footed, but that's never going to trouble a goalkeeper of Diego Darcy. Sanchez's quality from there as he just lays on top of the ball. 6 minutes to go, Angus. Still a two-goal lead for Heriot-Watt. It's looking at this stage as though they're going to hang on, but how big are these closing stages going to be?
Oh, absolutely huge for Heriot-Watt and for Stirling, but I think more so for Heriot-Watt to maintain this lead. A nice cushion of 2-0. It's been, I think, a reflective performance. Like, regardless of goals, that Heriot-Watt have been the more organised side and have taken their chances when they've had the opportunity. You can see Ethan Kerr not wanting to sit down on the bench. He's eager to see this come to an end.
I'm getting shades of the injured Cristiano Ronaldo in the Euro 2016 final over there from Ethan Kerr.
Yeah.
Similar players, no?
Ethan Kerr's a bigger player than Ronaldo, I think. One's playing in Scotland, the other one's in Saudi Arabia.
I know who I'd rather be. Yes, this season both sides mid-table in the respective Saturday leagues in senior football. Oh, taking a chance here. Luke Morris, Cammy Murray was trying to get in the end of that, but Stirling, of course, sitting pretty again in the Lowland League. Steady showing from Heriot-Watt in the East of Scotland First Division. Wednesday Bucks football, of course. Stirling winning the league again, but that means this competition for these players is the last chance at silverware that the players on this pitch will get at the end of the season, and the last chance that they might get for their clubs. Of course, a number of fourth-year players for both teams taking part today, and some postgraduate students as well. It could be a great moment for some and a bittersweet for others.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking with some former players for Heriot-Watt, I mean, Beach is one of them, Ross Campbell another. This is the memories that you make and stick with you for ages. They never stop banging on about the glory days of Heriot-Watt back in the early 2000s, I think it was.
There's a strike here from McKinley, just deflected wide. Daniel Irving doing ever so well just to get something on that to send it wide. It looked as though it was going to be creeping into that far corner there, Angus.
Yeah, I mean, all the important blocks helping Heriot-Watt out here. Stirling still have the opportunity to.
And ball be sent in front post and well held
fantastic
again.
Held.
I think Diego Sanchez has been absolutely magnificent in the Heriot-Watt goal.
Yep, absolutely. he's up against tough opposition when it comes to claiming balls.
It's not easy in conditions like these as well to be a goalkeeper when it is so windy and it's wet. You know your gloves are wet, your kicks are skewed. Fantastic from Barney Stewart. Cole McKinnon, Cole Katanak ventures forward. Lovely little dummy there as Voloshin can receive possession. He can shift it wide for Makinich.
Bodies in the box for Stirling here.
Makinich takes his man on. Makinich makes his way into the box. Another strong tackle from Preston.
Yep.
Heriot-Watt are doing everything they can to keep their 2-0 lead intact.
Nothing crumbling at the back for Heriot-Watt today. They've been fantastic dealing with everything, standing the man up.
Here's Lavery. Lavery, long ball. It's searching for McIver Redwood, but punched clear by Diego Darcy Sanchez. Another commanding figure in that back line. He's been rather impressive all afternoon. It's all finds the feet of McIver Redwood, who will look for Stokes. A chance of Morris to send this in. Lavery opens up on the left. Voloshin back out to Morris. Stokes looking to send a cross into the box. He met by the head of McKinley, but he's always moving away from the ball. They're difficult to generate power as the ball rolls wide of the goal. I guess we're into the final minute and a half of regulation time. Before we get into the nitty gritty of this, I'm going to have to push you for this afternoon's player of the match. Who's getting the nod from yourself?
I think it has to be Heriot-Watt's number one. I think.
Yeah, Diego Darcy Sanchez.
Yeah, I mean, had a couple of the boys maybe seen the 90 minutes, maybe someone else. I mean, to be fair, there's a plethora you could pick from.
They've all been impressive, haven't they? I'll give you another minute to think, in case anyone else springs to mind. But Diego, absolutely a fantastic shout.
Maybe can't really write him off. Ross Pollocks, he's been fantastic.
Of course, yeah.
I mean, he's been on for the whole game, done his bit, done an absolute shift at the back.
What are we saying though? Player of the match, Diego Darcy Sanchez?
Aye.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, he's been great. I think in games like this, when a defence has been so good, there's always a great goalkeeper behind that, and that works both ways. But I think when you've got a goalkeeper of his qualities behind you, you're always more assured as a defender, and anything that Stirling have thrown at him, he's been able to repel.
Not so many shots he's had to face, but just coming out claiming the ball, he's done very well when it comes to showing his strength, making sure he's not getting bounced off and dropping them in the box, because that's where, well, probably give you nightmares if you're a goalie dropping balls in the box coming out from.
Yeah, well, congratulations to Diego Darcy Sanchez. He is your player of the match for the 2024 men's final of the Queen's Park Shield. As it stands, clean sheet for him as we enter injury time. We've now played the 90 minutes. Heriot-Watt still hanging on to their 2-goal lead. 10-man Heriot-Watt.
Yeah, it'll be something special for Heriot-Watt managing to see this over the line after unfortunately losing Harry Walker to a contentious tackle. But nonetheless, they've all stepped up to the mark. And
here's Stokes. Does ever so well to get past Katanak. Chops back and finds Morris in a haste to try and move the ball forward as Lavery comes out towards it, and Makinich can deliver. Mean left-footed delivery, just evades the head of everyone in the box.
Important knock on.
Really important header at the back post there. Makinich can face his man again. Steps inside. Makinich looking for Jack Docherty. Here's Cammy Murray. Now that's the biggest cheer we've heard in a long while. I think that's some nervous Heriot-Watt fans. The players have been
a sigh of relief, I think. There, he's done very well to keep the hold-up playing, and to win himself the foul. Managed to get Heriot-Watt out of their 18 yards box and now up to halfway. And I mean, looking to go long, and they're just going to look to probably put this into touch. And
yeah, we've nearly played 2 minutes of additional time. And Cammy Murray using all of his experience, of course, former Stirling University player himself. It'll mean a lot to him if you're to win this after 3 years out of the game, to come back and win this competition with his new side, Heriot-Watt. Here's Lavery, just all slides under his foot and readying the celebrations in the Heriot-Watt dugout.
It looks like Ethan's away to start sprinting out of that dugout. Better be careful though, there's a dodgy ankle on him.
Well played from Williams. Stirling will have another opportunity. Ben Washkin, it's really now or never for Stirling. Deep into injury time now, still chasing 2 goals. Heriot-Watt done fantastically well to hold on to this one so far. It's Morris. Stirling in a hurry to try and get something. Here's McIninch on his left foot, goes by one, goes by a second. He'll look for Lavery on the left hand side. Lavery delivers, low cross.
Excellent block.
Cleared.
Daniel Irvin doing his bit again.
Yeah, Irvin being fantastic now. Angus, you'd really think if Stirling are to get anything from this, they have to probably score from this set piece. And go short. Here's Lavery.
Absolutely. But
It's
it doesn't
headed,
look like
headed
it's coming.
Washkin, his cross is headed away by Preston. As you can see, if you look over to the Heriot-Watt bench here, Angus, the players are waiting on in anticipation, waiting for the referee to sound that final whistle to have it confirmed that they are champions. We're now nearly played 4 minutes of additional time. Heriot-Watt still leading by 2-0. 10-man Heriot-Watt, of course. Here's Cammy Murray just looking to hold the ball up, and he does well again to win another free kick. Cammy Murray using all of his experience.
I think it's firm to say University of Stirling's chances have gone begging, and there's nothing coming back for them. Body language speaks for itself. It looks like a defeated team.
Yeah, Stirling have almost conceded the fact that it's going to take a... And that's it! I thought we were getting some celebrations there. See myself and the Heriot-Watt faithful fooled by the sounding of the referee's whistle. Perhaps a little premature as McIninch sends it. Yeah, and
once again.
Yep, that's why you've named him as your player of the match, Angus. He's been fantastic there again.
He's been solid throughout, start to finish. And he'll be happy to send this ball into next week.
It's now 5 minutes of additional time being played as Diego Darcy Sanchez kicks the ball into touch. Referee has a look at his whistle.
Calls from the Heriot-Watt bench to end now.
Look, Morris will try and look to salvage something for Stirling Uni here. This is McIninch. Cross, a few hopeful cries for handball there as it collides with the midriff of Matteo Crawler. Kieran McIninch will send the corner into the box, finds a first man as Jack Docherty will try and turn his man, but Matteo Crawler is just going to... Matteo Crawler just getting rid, as they say, and it's over! Heriot-Watt University regain the Queen's Park Shield. Look what it means to the players. For some of these players, it will be the last time they ever pull on that jersey. Certainly on a Wednesday, you can see what it means to captain Ethan Kerr. Last year they were defeated 1-0 by Stirling in the final. 2 years ago they won 2-1. And today, for the third year in a row, when these two titans of university student sport meet again, it is Heriot-Watt who find themselves coming out on top and are victorious. 10-man Heriot-Watt 2, Stirling 0. We'll shortly have our medal presentation where the over 100-year-old trophy will be delivered to Captain Ethan Kerr. And guess a fantastic afternoon if we just run through it. Nandom Domyo opening the scoring for Heriot-Watt. Their advantage then doubled by Barney Stewart with a wonderful free kick. Then early in the second half, a red card shown to Harry Walker, perhaps controversially, and from there it looked like it could be a really difficult second half ahead. But no, Heriot-Watt were able to hold on without really giving Stirling any clear sight of goal. And overall, I guess thoroughly deserved winners of the 2024 Queen's Park Shield.
Yeah, absolutely. Heriot-Watt have put in a fantastic performance, very strong performance in the face of adversity with losing a man. But even before that, they were not in control of possession, but they were very much in control of their own chances and taking them and getting themselves on the score sheet. University of Stirling, didn't look like wasn't their day today, and Heriot-Watt thoroughly deserving the champions. Yeah, it wasn't to be for Stirling University today. They already have 2 trophies in the bag. Of course, your East of Scotland Cup winners and the Bucks Premier North champions were favourites going into this one, but the underdogs, the 10 men of Heriot-Watt, able to come out on top just as they did 2 years ago. Jubilant scenes in their bench. Will be getting reaction from both sets of players just shortly before or after, not quite sure yet, of the medal presentation, where the trophy will be delivered to Heriot-Watt for a 9th time. Don't go anywhere, join us with the medal presentation starting very soon.